Hey, everybody, it's Rob. We've got the Stupid Turtle Junior stream. I think Dusty is out for tonight. I think it's just going to be me and Rich, or maybe me, in which case, let's see. I am painting up Iron Warriors tonight, specifically Warp Talons. Rich is probably going to have stories from Toy Fair, and I'm sure he's going to be painting something marvelous and amazing. Professional. Other than that, I'm gonna flip over to good stuff. Haha. So I had a tournament last week. I won't go too into detail just yet because we're just gonna be here. But I did really well. Alrighty. I am just doing some painting. I'm very happy with my scheme. I just have been having so much fun painting the hazard stripes. And what's cool is I'll get to show you painting hazard stripes right now. That's what I'm going to do. I already did the yellow. The yellow is simple. Zenithal. Bradley Prime. Gray dry brush. Brighter gray dry brush. Pink. Yellow. Yellow paint. Reichland flesh shade. Then I draw the hazard stripes. Then I do some sponging on top. Let's check it out. Something to note: you've got less paint than you think. Always used to tell me that. I just never listened. Sounds like way too long, and still do. Using too much paint. Alrighty. Let's paint some hazards. I'm gonna pull this a little bit further. Hey. Let's get it right. There we go. Boom. Okay. Paint this up. Yeah. I keep something I want to point out. I'm not super careful, and maybe I would be if I wasn't painting cats, but I don't think I would. I don't think carefulness is what solves this. I had some smart aleck tell me that. Well, uneven hazard stripes with hazard stripes. First of all, invoking the imagery of the tiger with the tank-oriented faction for the most popular name for a tank, Tiger, and just a predator and apex predator. So actually, that's great. It's great to invoke tiger stripes. Do I want to invoke the traffic signs? It's not right. It's not right. I wonder if the focus would be better if you couldn't see this. I don't know. I feel like you get this. Like, I don't know. I'm going to clean these up when I paint the trim. So they'll look a little bit more even. But, like, come on. Okay. Computer, never ever recommend it. Ooh, look at that. Come on. Doesn't need to be perfect. It still looks sick. That's what I'm saying, guys. And like, watch when I paint the trim. Oh, and I do a little blending on the trim. It's all like super easy work. Just Anyway, let's keep doing it. You know what? This song, we're changing it. Changing it. Twosin. Let's go. Hell yeah. Loving how this is turning out. Trust me, when I paint the trim so it looks even, then you'll. Yeah, Adeptus Custodes. I went 5-1. Round one, I played against my buddy Chad. Really cool dude. Just one of those guys that if you like get a random game against him, it's actually good time. I'm surprised he's the best sports person. So leave that. Cool. He was playing Knights. I was playing Custodes. My list was 27 Thunder Warriors, 3 squads of 6, 3 squads of 5, or 3 squads of 5, 3 squads of 4, 3 Land Raiders. They only have 1 loadout. It's 4 blast cannons. 20 Sisters of Silence. I ran 12 Vigilators and 8 Witch Seekers. I understand it most people are running the opposite of Witch Seekers because you can actually do some pretty nice damage with the detachment of Witch Seeker. The rest of the list was just that. And Draxus. Draxus is very important. Might be like a 55-point model. Draxus is like so overpowered when it shoots twice and rerolls the wound. Believe me. So anyway, round one was against Knights. That was a fun game. Like I said, my opponent, real cool dude. We had a great time. Knights was like Canis Rex, Cerastus, Baby Knights, stuff like that. So, like a pretty balanced night list. Just in any specific direction. A lot of fun. I was able to pick up W there. It was actually very close. We were up by I think all told it in like 62, 64 kind of radius. Yeah, really fun game. Round two, played against round two. My opponent was Imperial Fifth, and he just was very quickly outmatched. It was his very first tournament versus my first tournament, and yeah, I just managed to get some early victories on him. And I think that got pushed. Or no, round two was Tau. I'm sorry, that was my round one. Two defense. Round two was against Tau, Monka Tau, and he got way too close to me. And if you get too close to the Custodes, that was your one chance. One chance to not get close to the Custodes. Because you did. So, that was a good one. He just really just got too close. I think he super overestimated his shooting. One thing against Mass 4-up with normal saves, you can't ever count on your shooting ever in this edition, because what if I just pass all my 4-ups? I don't care how good your shooting is if I just roll all my 4-ups, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But like, what it means is you can't play in this way where you assume you're going to kill me, and that's how he played. I wish you could put this music on StreamYard. I think I looked it up. So, also streaming on YouTube now. So, watch YouTube video because you'll be the first person to actually spontaneously watch. Which will mean that after 2 years of trying to watch YouTube games, 1.0, so that would be cool. Let me know. Let me know if you watch after. Leave a comment that says, I just watched this. See you guys get I'll pay you because I'm paying people to do whatever you're doing. Because I'm trying to use something and I think we'll see. Oh, loving these hazard stripes. Like I said, I just kind of wing it, and I'm actually really pleased with them. Maybe I wouldn't if I wasn't playing chaos. Actually, I'm super chaotic. I just think that they provide a sensation of like, I don't think the Iron Warriors are really into safety. I think that after a millennia, symbols like hazards, since they probably were always around dangerous things, became associated simply with being dangerous. And thus, the Iron Warriors wanting to be dangerous adorn their armor with these ancient symbols of lost Terran civilizations. Right? And like, warriors, okay, the OG Iron Warriors are from the tribe of, so like, Terran. Right? Let's get these streams. Streaming it up. Streaming it up. Mm-hmm. Go. Having a lot of fun working on this project, I'll say. Iron Warriors, because they're just really neat. Hazard stripes mean every single one is there to it right now. It's so much fun. It's a visual treat, and you get it after just reading a few lines. Mm-hmm. You can see the areas where the Raycliffe flesh shade wash must have missed. Oh, speed number 6. Then we'll paint all the trim. I think that'll be fun. And if Rich don't show, mostly that. Sure, we can get this. Oh yeah. Woo. Pull them all out once. Sure. Cool. Yeah, I just don't think painter's tape and all the time and effort. I don't know how super worth it is. Round two was Tao. Round three was Wotan. And we ended on his turn four. He went first. Round three was four was great. That was against the Imperial Fist player. Round five was against Death Watch. And he got really close to the Custodes. And he was very confident. And I asked him if he had any reactive moves or anything. And he said, "Oh no, I know exactly what the Custodes can do." We had a great game. At one point, his CR freaking cut off in half, so that was said we get the strength or damage for it. I think because he killed the character. It was really great game, great opponent, great guy. And then round six was against the super villains, the Satan. Although not a super OP Satan list, he only had one of the good Satan, and the rest of the bad Satan. So good on him. Just wanted to play funny stuff. Game. At one point, a Man Raider fell through a rift in time and then exploded in the center. Like 18 things. So that's pretty funny. Other than that, round four, 48. I think it was 50 at the beginning of the tournament to drop. So 50 round tournament. My name got mentioned in Goonhammer. My name got mentioned in Snapchat. Not my name. They mentioned three guys. That's recognition. That should double or triple our audience, putting us in 1 to 2 audience range. All right, last. Let's make these lines. Also, too, if the lines go into the areas where I can't see, I don't care about them. If you can't see them, I don't care about them. I like the tree models. I don't like paint out every detail because they don't matter. You can't see them, right? That kind of thing. I think it's just gonna be flop. So I think I'm only friends. Let me know if the YouTube's cool. I know we've been a bit erratic, but this is the start of Rich's artwork season. Dusty's launching a game. Go check it out. Botany, something like that. Game. I gotta mention. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's called like Botany. Actually. Go launch right now. Go look it up. Type in Botany if you like games. Sure, they're good. All right, you know what? Let's see what I painted today. Here's one guy. Very good. Four guy. Five guy. Six guy. 7, 8, 9. Done. 10 lightning claws. Next up, I'm going to wait for them to fully dry, and then I'm going to sponge them with yellow paint. That's a no from Let's give it till 7. I'm going to sponge that yellow. I've got yellow paint right here. Yeah. So, sponging. Sponging. Here. Here's my sponge. My sponge. I got paint. Until the dabs start looking like a pattern, I would like to be on my box. And from there, just very gently go dab, 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 dab. Remember, the pattern doesn't look better overlapped, in my opinion. So try not to. Okay. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading. Take a look. Like, not cooler looking, right? And then once we boxed it in, boom, 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 boom. That's what we're doing. We're changing this thing. Pretty trick. Pretty cool. Right? Oh boy. Remember, if you do sponging and you don't like it, just wait a minute. Because it's going to dry, and when it dries, it'll be more matte, outrageous, like yellow is the top of. Even the jump packs. Be good visual interest. Cool, right? So, cool sponge work. You can clean it very easily too. Ugh. Alright. Feel like that might be a little bit too much. And actually, when I'm looking at it here, oh, cool. Oh, why don't we let it dry before thinking it's screwed up? I'll probably forget about it, and then it'll look even better. Because stuff looks worse than you painted, you still remember painting it. But give it time. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Cool, right? For me, after you've done the sponging, after you've cleaned everything up, and you did their trim, I don't know, it just doesn't seem crazy important to have the lines be like super clear because they're going to be pretty muddled by the time I'm all done. It's going to be a lot working in my favor. I'll let that dry for just a little bit. We're going to mess with it when it's any bit going. And yeah. And back to you. Yeah, so I'm gonna let it dry. And we can, really happy with these. A little bit of an odyssey to get them. They are warp claws. Warp claws are specifically the assault infantry of Chaos Space Marines that have lightning claws. I have been the chainsword and bolt pistol guys look interesting. They like the warp claws because you can advance and charge for 150. So that means you move 12, fly, plus d6, with 2d6 plus 1. So that's a really quick average strength. And say your opponent has like 5 sisters. Okay? Some squad that is useful, but not so useful that you'd throw away 10 warp talons. Well, the cool part about warp talons is they crash into the squad. They get 40 attack, strength 5, AP 2, 1 damage, and reroll wounds. So that means you're gonna kill like every little thing, or even some big things. And then, because you killed them, you get the trigger ability, which puts you in to reserve. And then you strategic reserve, deep strike again, do it all over again. I wouldn't deep strike though, I'd rapid ingress. Really good. Cool, right? I just really, really like this tool because it's not just a thing that kills things. Like The Defiler, I'm only taking because it's getting a new model. Because ostensibly, it's just a thing that kills things. And if I want things that kill things, I can take Vindicators. So taking Obliterators, taking Chaos Predator, taking all that is just because I just want to take 3 Vindicators. Because I really like 3 Vindicators and Renegade Raiders. They're like these super casinos that have AP 5, which isn't useful, but it's fun. Choose 4 more minutes to arrive. Okay, so I did the sponging. It's probably dry by now. I am now going to do all their trim. You guys ready? Let's do the trim. I kind of dodged most trim by not using actual Chaos Space Marines. But any Chaos Space Marine players will know, like, trim. Almost easier to paint them their trim color with the airbrush in the details with paintbrush. All right. Well, we got some Pro Acryl Mahogany. Mahogany. All right. Let's do it. One thing that's really helped me out with painting, gang, in the past couple of years, properly link. No joke. Cool, right? Basically, mahogany, in my opinion, really sells the hazard stripes. Now, even if they're a little uneven, they all terminate the same. Truth, because they say terminate instead of end. See? Does that look better? I'm just gonna paint that gray. I'll just paint that later. Not everything needs to be fixed. Back with brown, it'll be transparent. All right. More mahogany for me, Lord. Been playing Keep on the Borderlands with my players, and they actually made it through the Keep. They created a state where the enemy couldn't attack them. It's too strong. But now they're going deeper into the dungeon. We'll see. Looking cool, right? Come on. You really need it's just no. No. Cool. Looking good. Let's switch up the media assets. Illusions of fire. Great game.
Brady.
Hey, Rick, what up?
I'm in Indiana.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What you doing out there?
I am getting ready for Gamma.
Oh, cool. Gamma is a trade show for those not in the know.
In Louisville, Kentucky for the last year.
Oh, okay. You're going to be representing Dara there, I imagine.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Whenever your screen's ready, let me know. I'll drop mine in.
Yeah, let me give it.
Yeah.
Might be too much glare.
I am painting up Warped Claws. What you painting up?
Warped Claws, huh?
Yeah, for Iron Warriors. I finally got. Remember how I did Iron Warriors like I don't know, year and a half ago, and I was complaining that I didn't like the scheme.
Uh-huh.
I got a scheme I really like now.
What are Warp Claws?
Warp Claws are the jump pack infantry with lightning claws.
Can you put me on the big screen for a second? I just want to make sure the glare is not too big.
Sure.
Like put my painting cap. Enough light, it looks like. I'm in a hotel room, so how's that? Is that better?
Looks better.
Yeah. Let me try autofocus here, see if it helps.
Autofocus is a little better. A lot better.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I don't know why they put this little light on the. It doesn't seem to do anything.
The one on the document viewer?
Yeah. It doesn't seem important.
I think does nothing.
All right. Well, I'm painting up Moonstone.
Moonstone. Heck yeah. Moonstone skirmish game, right?
Yep. I visited a really cool store yesterday called Roundtable Games.
Ooh, okay. Tell me about
Vince Ventrilo or Ninjan or them. They just did a video from there a couple weeks ago for VinciCon. It's a really well-run store. Lots of miniatures. Lots and lots of miniatures. They have a full line of Moonstone, which is cool. It's actually like owned by 6 guys, which I don't know how that works over time, because it seems like you run into some personal conflicts, but they have no employees. It's just the owners. But it's beautiful. I mean, it is absolutely, utterly one of the most beautiful stores I've ever seen. So if you get a chance, you live, it's in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio game store alert. Let's go.
Yeah.
I was you were in New York, right?
Yeah. To be fair, last week.
But it was cold.
It was okay. It wasn't as bad as it. It was nice here up until this morning, this afternoon. It was 60, and then it
Yeah.
went down. We're supposed to get snow tonight. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. I got the van all packed, except I have to go pick up some product at a shipper. But otherwise, I should be good.
That's cool. You don't bring like a ton of inventory to this type of
No, but we have these big lit signs that I use and all this, so it's a full Sprinter van. So that's what I was doing today, was loading that up, and then I'm moving a lot of stuff back to New Jersey because we've had stuff stored here for a long time.
Ah, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, so after Gamma, I'm driving back to New Jersey.
Whew. Long drive.
Yeah, I'm going to split it into 2 days. I'm probably going to stay in the hometown of Billy Zane on the way back.
Billy Zane.
Yeah.
Birthplace of greatest American actor of all time, Billy Zane.
Zanesville, Ohio.
Zanesville, Ohio. Birthplace of the Phantom. I don't know if people are aware of that.
Yeah, I don't think they are, Rob.
Well, you hear about the movie The Phantom and its legacy, and it's like Star Wars or Shane or The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. You know, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. So, like, sometimes the character eclipses the great actor.
Mm-hmm. That is Billy Zane.
Yeah, it's just a testament to Billy Zane.
They couldn't confirm it, but I did talk to some people in town.
Yeah.
And, wanted to, make sure that he did all his training for the Phantom in town, but nobody could confirm or deny it.
Well, if you think about it, Rich, the Phantom doing training, you'd have to be an expert to spot it. So it makes sense that no one witnessed it.
It's true. It's true. He is pretty ninja-like.
Yeah. All right, I'm ordering some food. I don't feel like making food after this stream.
We just ate dinner. Yeah. I'm good. So I'm trying out. I bought the AK. Has its own like skin tone line.
Okay. What's the gimmick?
Nothing. It just shows you how to do the full. Let's see. Find the lid here for you. It shows you how to do a full, like, here, if you see, from like the shadowing and all that stuff.
To the cheekbone, to the.
Yep, like where this area here is, and then like kind of a dark side area under the chin.
That's cool.
It's got all the colors, and then it has a little tutorial guide that is informative, I think.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah. No, I think it's good. I think it's a good way to think about light and shadow. That's really what it does really well, is makes you think about light and shadow. How to do the shadowing now. On a miniature of this size, you don't really get much. It's not really metal focused.
So, I was telling the stream, but I can tell you now.
Uh-huh.
Last week went 5-1, got 4th place.
That's awesome.
Nationally recognized in Goonhammer. What was the recognition, you ask? Robert DeRuin piloted Talons of the Emperor and got 4th.
What that was your
That was what they said about me in Goonhammer.
Yeah, that was your the one based on the
Underwarriors.
Yeah. Underwarriors. Yeah.
I don't know how I did in the painting competition because I never finished the Sisters of Silence in time.
Oh no.
Oh, they're going to be a lot of work. They're a lot more complicated than a lot of models because of all the NMM. But I got them battle ready, which is all that mattered. I'd much rather get 4th than, especially if a painting competition it was one of those ones that was scored by rubric. Scoring by rubric is interesting to me because it's fair, but also it's like it encourages this style of painting that's just like every model has one piece of OSL, one piece of freehand. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Which I guess is fun, but also like I don't know if every model needs a piece of OSL.
Just ask Miniaturista. Every model needs an OSL.
Every single one.
Every single one.
So
Yeah.
the Lion and Ultraman Gilliman are going to talk in the next update.
Who is?
The Lion, Lionel Johnson of the Dark Angels, Primarch of the Dark Angels,
Yeah.
and Primarch of Gilliman, they're meeting up in the fluff now. The last piece of fluff we got was the Lion, the Rock, sending the Crag a hail that said, "Brother, we need to talk." I hope they fight.
Yeah, but it's going to be a comic book fight. Like, oh, why are we fighting, brother? We're brothers. Yes, we should get together.
I hope
Go after that Corsair guy.
The one in shadow, basically.
Hmm?
Because they don't like each other in the Horus Heresy, Gilliman and the Lion.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I hope it's not a comic book fight, but you're probably right.
It's going to be a comic book fight.
I think when you pointed that out to like 16-year-old me, you ruined like so many crossover adaptations.
The Hulk and Wolverine going to kill each other. Well, not really. We're just going to like fight by accident and then realize the real enemy is the Doctor Doom who plotted us to go after each other, and now we need to join up and go after Doctor Doom.
Yeah, crossovers like a crossover can work. Like there's a really good crossover in Kevin Conroy Batman. So this is Justice League and Justice League Unlimited Batman, where all of the other characters are being beaten by this like psychic dude who like enters your mind. But then of course he enters Batman's mind and then dies. Like right away. So that's like a fun crossover, but it's almost like a non-story almost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like the opposite of Indiana Jones, where if Indiana Jones just never shows up, nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing would change. History would not have changed.
Well, like the Nazis can't even find the Ark of the Covenant without Indy.
Well, but even if they did, in the end, they would just
put Hitler and all die.
And they would never find the Grail either if it wasn't for him. Him bringing the book back was what allowed them to find the Grail. And the Shankara stones, the British would have showed up and killed them anyway. So
yeah. Oh, they were already on their way by the beginning of that story.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of mentioning it.
Yeah, no, it's Indiana Jones is definitely it's
that's kind of
Indiana Jones if you realize that he did nothing.
I think that's kind of the point of the story, right? Like it's all just chaos kind of stuff. I don't know. The universe of Indiana Jones seems very grim.
Mm. Well, it's the 30s. It's not a great time in the history of the world.
Right, exactly.
But they did a good job with the last movie, the fourth one.
I never saw it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Is that the one with Shia LaBeouf in it fighting monkeys?
That's the fanfic that Shia LaBeouf produced.
Ah, that dude's like a crazy criminal, by the way.
Who's that, Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, like insane criminality.
Like what? Doing what?
Like attempted murder.
Really?
Oh yeah, like he's a nutso. Kind of freaky.
Is that recent or is that?
Oh yeah, like days.
I never liked him, so it's okay.
I can't think of a movie I like him in.
No, he's not really.
I never really liked Michael Bay's Transformers, if I'm being honest with you.
No, Yeah, they were all right. I don't. I'm not really a Transformers person.
Yeah, it wasn't my era.
Yeah, yeah. It's like GI Joe. Like
GI Joe was not my time period.
the only GI Joes that I know are the ones that were like 12 inches tall with hair.
All the Dolly ones.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember those, but yeah, I just missed GI Joe because for me, it was like I don't know. I played pot with Pogs when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I collected Pogs. I had all different gargoyle Pogs.
Pogs were not a thing for me.
Remember Alf Bart? He's back in Pog form.
They have. There's a company. The company that does Dice Throne. You've seen Dice Throne. You know Dice Throne.
Yeah. Good game if you've never played it.
Again, not to ruin your fun, but it's just Yahtzee.
I know it's Yahtzee, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I like it. They're doing a version of Pogs now.
Oh, interesting. They're trying to
Disc or something, or whatever mighty. What do they got? Dice. So it's Dice Throne, or so it's Dice Pot, Dice something. I don't know. It's not Dice. It's but it's effectively Pogs.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm the Pog generation. I don't feel any particular kinship to Pog.
No. I think they had a very limited run. What's surprising, I don't know if you remember at Jester's, we used to sell Crazy Bones. I don't know if that was, you didn't work there when we did them, but I found out that they're still being made.
Crazy Bones. Explain what they are.
They're meant to be like bones, like human bones, like knuckle bones, but they have crazy faces on them and they're made of plastic. And it's like a dice game. You want them to, if you ever play Pass the Pig, kind of that same concept where you're trying to.
Got it.
Where you're trying to have them land in certain ways, like face up, face down, and they score different points. They were collectibles though, and I would say we sold a lot of them.
Did y'all ever do the Beanie Baby craze at Jester's?
No, we only did games and comics, so Beanie Babies didn't really fit.
Never veered into the kind of pseudo collectible.
Collectibles now. Collectibles, unless it had a game element, we didn't. Crazy Bones had a game element.
Makes sense.
They were good, but I just talked to a guy who I might be working with. We'll see, who's doing a miniatures game that's very similar. The miniatures are little tiny pieces.
Oh, cool.
They're not collectible, but they're customizable. So
I always wonder, what are little kids playing nowadays? What's their Pokemon cards? Because Pokemon cards are ruined.
That's what their Pokemon cards are?
Yeah, but adults ruin those. How can a little kid play when the cards are like? Do you know what people do with trading cards nowadays? It is common enough to be able to buy trading card pack resealers. They'll buy a case of cards. They will weigh them because apparently if you have an incredibly specific weighing device, you can determine what's in a deck of cards with pretty certain predictability based on its hyper specific weight.
Mm-hmm.
Remove the cards that have value, then reseal them with junk cards, and then flood the market with them.
I think that's a story that's on the internet.
I think it's true.
I can't. First of all, people can't
verify it in any way, Rich.
You can't get enough Pokemon cards to even do that. I visit a lot of stores, and I've talked to a lot of store owners, and they give people like 2 packs. That's all you can buy because they don't get enough Pokemon to do it. So I don't know how people are, like buying boxes of Pokemon is like not that common anymore because there's not enough boxes of Pokemon to sell them. And the value of Pokemon cards are through the roof. My friend Doug was showing me, he actually, his card that he has, now of course nobody else has it, was his retirement from Pokemon Company.
Oh, geez, how much is that worth?
There's 6 of them because he was given 6, and he's getting them graded, but they're probably $500 to $1 million each.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah,
because they're like one of a kind.
There's 6 of them. They're not one of a kind. There's 6.
Well, there's no more than that 6, right? Yeah. I guess what I mean to say is they are made by the Pokemon Corporation, and they are unique. There are 6 of them, but they are unique in the scale of Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. So,
I'm going to flip my screen for a little bit.
They are
hazard stripes.
Oh, okay. You have to do hazard stripes because apparently the Iron Warriors worship the god of OSHA.
You know, I was talking earlier on the stream when you weren't here. I feel like it's gotta be the meaning of the thing was lost with time, but they knew it meant dangerous. Right? Like that's got what it's gotta be, right? Like they no longer know what hazard stripes used to indicate, but they knew that dangerous things had them. I don't know. That's all I can do because I don't know. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe here, you want to see my Iron Warriors? They look pretty cool. Add some more. Aha. So, of course, tanks. Got to do tanks, right? So, little Rhino. Got a Vindicator. Vindicators, actually, surprisingly, quite good this edition.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They're a real casino, though, because they get like D6 shots, D6 damage. Everything's so random that sometimes you do 27 damage to something, and sometimes you do nothing. I got this cool little Land Raider. I put the autocannon on it. I didn't like how big the autocannon was, though. So I put an Imperial Guard autocannon on it instead.
That's old school Predator, isn't it?
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
Cool, right?
Yeah. This is like the 3rd edition?
So this is a modern Horus Heresy remake. And Horus Heresy remakes, I think it's very clever. The way to make them look old-timey is they make them look like the original sculpts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you seen my Land Raiders? They're the OG Land Raider style.
And their scale, though, is bigger, right?
What's that? They're huge. They're gigantic. Check it out. These are my evil robots.
What are they?
Obliterators.
Oh, okay.
So I decided to make them robots. I feel like Iron Warriors could have robots. Here's some more. The one with this yellow and blue scheme on the weapons and points of interest, because otherwise Iron Warriors are just gray, right? So,
yeah. The Horus ones are not, are they?
Here's my Havoc champion.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yep.
I don't know if it's the camera, but your yellow seems very not bright.
Might be a little bit of the camera because everything's looking a little bit more desaturated too.
Yeah, it looks more browny than
yeah, it looks more yellow in real life, I will say.
Okay. Gotcha.
Here's my Perturabo, but I changed him just enough that he counts as Abaddon, basically.
Oh, okay.
Abaddon gives everyone within 6 inches reroll hits. Really good for an army to have. So I was like, well, I want to have my own Abaddon. I don't want to run like I'm Iron Warriors. They're not exactly. They do follow Abaddon, of course, but like
You can't field Perturabo.
no, Perturabo is probably though getting a model very soon. Though I bet because we just got a bunch of Iron Warriors leaks.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you were because Perturabo is actually the only Primarch where it makes sense for us to get him. He's alive and has been the whole time. And he's like just outside the Eye of Terra, too.
So is Alfarius, right?
Well, Alfarius, his lore is a little bit more nebulous, but I think he's dead and Omegon's alive.
Well, if you read the Pariah series, they meet Alfarius.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
He's like a hiver in the one city that the story takes place.
Okay. What's he like?
And he comes in every once in a while and protects. Are you familiar with Eisenhorn? Have you read the Eisenhorn?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
You know Beckwin?
Yep. The blank.
Yeah. He comes in and actually like saves her from the bad guys.
Oh, cool.
So I think they're following that kind of where he might actually be not a bad guy.
He's like the ultimate contingency plan.
Well, because even in the Horus Heresy, the whole Alpha Legion story was like, are the Alpha Legion traitors? Are they not traitors? Are they working for the Emperor? Are they not working for the Emperor? Which is something that they've been doing a lot of, like with the Alpha Legion. The Alpha Legion's never really officially been traitors, as far as I know. I mean, I might not know all the stories, but
yeah, I think it's supposed to be a part of the lore that they're nebulous in their allegiance, but I think people consider them to be.
They're deep cover.
I think they are considered to be traitors, but I don't know.
But there's stories of them like rescuing worlds from chaos and stuff.
Oh yeah. Or like, and then like 3 weeks later, they'll be setting up a chaos cult somewhere else.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to pin them down, you know.
Did you read the Horus Heresy Legion? We'll call it?
You know, I'll be honest with you, Rich. I really like most of the 40K novels. I don't think they're particularly well written.
I like all the Eisenhorn. I don't think any of the Eisenhorn has been.
I like Eisenhorn. I like the other one by him that's about an Inquisitor, Ravener.
Yeah. Caiaphas Cain stuff is really fun, too.
I like Caiaphas Cain stuff. I like Tanith First and Only.
Yeah. So you like basically anything that...
I like Dan Abnett.
Right. That's why I'm surprised you didn't like the Horus Heresy, because that's all Dan.
No, I like The End and the Death. I like Horus Rising. I like the ones written by Dan Abnett, but the ones not written by him, you might as well not read. You know?
I really hope that when Amazon finally decides to do a 40K, they base it off Horizon.
You know what I would do? Here's my pitch. You ready? Amazon, call me. The pitch. You start on a Earth-like world. And you start with a galactic like conference of like Star Trek-esque future humans. And they are trading with aliens and leading a beautiful life. Then they say, hey, we have ships coming in. They're hailing us. And then the rest of the episode is the Imperium invading that planet and crushing it under its boot and killing all the aliens and enslaving everyone there and turning them into servitors. And that's the intro. And then from there, I think you just do Firefly, but a rogue trader. That's what I would do.
Rogue trader would be fun, yeah.
Because the rogue trader can interact with everyone. You know?
I don't think any of my players read it or watch this stream. But I'm going to be starting another Wrath and Glory soon.
Ooh, tell me about it. Which storyline?
Maybe you can help me on this. I'm trying to decide. So it's going to be Blackstone Fortress.
Okay.
the actual like, because I love that setting, and we never played through it all the way, and I have all the terrain printed for it, and but it's they're the hammers of Vol is what the Blackstone fortresses are called.
Okay.
So it starts on like an Exodite world, which I printed all the terrain for.
Sick.
And but I'm trying to decide on who the bad guy is.
Okay.
It's either a Dark Eldar or an Eldari Corsair, and I'm not sure. Basically, he's trying to awaken the Blackstone Fortress by using a hammer of Vol, which is like basically an artifact of Vol that's on the planet.
Mhm.
And I don't know which whether to do Drukhari or to do the Corsairs.
You could do a subversion where you make it seem like it's going to be the Drukhari, but then some asshole craft worlder fucks it all even worse, and like fucks it. Like you could do a double. You could do both. One the Drukhari at first, and then some Corsair fucks it all up. I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to make it like to be because the first encounter is going to be on this Exodite world.
Okay.
But the world itself, I'm trying to find the rules for it. But I think I got some basic rules for it. But the hammer actually has made this world like have 1.5 gravity. It is affecting the gravity of the planet. So, because again, some of it has to do with the storyline, has to do with the miniatures I have, because I have them ogre like cannibal miniatures.
Oh, cool! They're going to be the like aliens on the planet.
The Monkeys' descendants on the planet, but because the gravity is higher, of course they're
big and brutish.
Yeah, brutish. Larger.
You want it to be like a special character or a type of Drukhari character, like an arc. Like, is this an Archon? Is this a homunculi?
The whole idea I was thinking about with the Drukhari was he was like an outcast from the Drukhari, and he's trying to take back, like basically become a power player in the Shadow Realm where they live. And if he brings the Blackstone Fortress with him, he'll be able to, read out all the other Archons effectively.
What clan is he a part of? Is he Calibite? Is he Witch or Homunculus?
I would say Calibite.
Okay. So he's vying to become an Archon, and this will make him an Archon, basically.
Right. He'll beat all his friends, and so
he can pull off this one big score.
So if they stop him from getting the hammer, it's still not going to stop him from trying to get control of the fortress, but he's going to be dogging them the whole time. I think, we'll see how the game... I'm not going to preset, like, he absolutely has to get the hammer, but he's going to have a Wordblade portal and all that stuff, so it's going to be pretty unlikely they'll be able to catch him. They'll get there just as, with the gravity, I figured the Eldar probably have some tech gear that prevents them from being affected by the gravity.
Flip belts or some shit like that.
Yeah, but all the players will, be at a disadvantage because of the gravity.
Sure.
And then, of course, they're working for the I think it's Priscilla, the Inquisitor, that Caiaphas Cain works with. She's kind of radical Xeno. Xenos.
She's a little wild.
Yeah. And so, of course, one of the enemies is going to be, I'm thinking it's actually Theodor, because he's in this sector. The guy on the pulpit, the Inquisitor.
Kasimov?
Kasimov, yep.
Cool.
Might be the bad guy on it. I don't know for sure, but he's basically a puritanical who's...
he's the puritanical.
Yeah, because she uses Eldari tech and all that stuff, and they'll be using Eldari tech. They actually have an Eldar character in their midst. Of course, ex-Corsair, like whatever they're... the Corsair Psyker, one of the Fate Weavers or whatever it is. And then, of course, they're going to get attacked after they fight the Eldari. They're going to get attacked by Inquisitional guys.
What kind of game is Wrath and Glory? I've never played it.
It uses D6s, and the D6s have like every time you roll, you have one die that's like your rune dice. So if you roll a 1, it's like a fumble. If it's a 6, it's a
What
bonus.
power level are you? Are you like Space Marines?
They're Inquisitor. They're Inquisitor level.
Okay.
So he just became Inquisitor, the main character. We played through. This is like continuing story. This isn't the first storyline. Was actually on Necromunda, right after the Eye of Terror blew up.
Oh, sick. During the Knockman Gauntlet.
Yeah, if you follow the storyline in Necromunda, they actually they actually did books on that and stuff. So it was following.
Necromunda when the sky goes crazy. No one would notice on Necro, right?
Yeah, well, it was actually. There's the Aranthian. So Helmar, they rebel against Helmar, the guy who was running it, and they my storyline was not like that was happening in the background. My storyline was a heretic who was working for a gene stealer cult, trying to bring back because there was a patriarch in Hive Secundus.
Yeah,
Was killed, and then they like basically blew up Hive Secundus and created a fort, like basically a wall around it.
right.
And he was trying to use heretic gear to rebuild basically a biomechanical patriarch to get the signal out so that they can signal the Hive fleet.
That's great.
Yeah, so they were fighting against him, and it was cool. It was a really fun campaign. And most of like the original characters, I don't know how many. Well, I know the Inquisitor's coming back, but I don't know if the other characters are coming. They were one was a Goliath, another one was a mech or a medical from the whatever the ones with the good guns are. Not Vensar, but the one
Orlok.
Orlok. Yeah, he was an Orlok. And the storyline was it started out where they were the corpse starch was being, or not corpse starch, the ghoul. It's the been a while now. It's the fungus that grows on corpses.
Okay.
And this guy was basically tainting the corpses with gene stealer seed. So there was a big gene stealer up coming out, and I forget which hive they were in. They were in one of the hives across the rest of the world.
It's funny.
But it tied into it because he was using corpses from Hive Secundus to basically it's not working tonight. The guy, what's the guys that look like Morpheus from
Delac.
Block. The Deluxe were the ones making they make the drug from the fungus that grows on the corpses. And so basically framed them. So the initial investigation was trying to prove that Deluxe were like poisoning people and making a gene stealer seed, but really it was this guy working in the up hive that was doing it. And so they had to trace that back to him, and then there was like a road race chase across the planet to Hive Secundus, and then they had to fight the biomechanical patriarch, and it was good. It was a good finale.
Sick.
And that was where this story started. But now he's risen throughout that game. They rose from acolytes to Inquisitor, the main character.
Right.
He's working with the Inquisitor from Caiaphas Cain, and she's basically sending him out like we're tracking down this whoever the bad guy is, whatever he's going to be, whether it's going to be the Dukari or the Eldari Corsair.
Could be Uriel.
Yeah,
He's back.
He's the, but is he a bad guy?
If you're not an elf,
But is he trying, like, is he trying to do a power play? Would he try to do a power play to take over Craft World or something?
you could do Vect. Vect's a classic big bad villain, but he's not down on his luck like you
I
just.
kind of wanted to bring my own. If whoever it was going to be, I wanted to be somebody new. That way, I didn't have to worry about.
Yeah. You could do an Archon.
Yeah, that's what I figured I was going to do. I could do like the Corsair though too. I like the Corsair idea.
You know what you should give him if you do an Archon?
What's
The
that?
weird court of the Archon. He should have a snake person bodyguard because no Drukhari can ever trust any other Drukhari. So they hire literal snake people as preferable bodyguards.
They make models for that.
They do. It's the court of the Archon.
See if I can grab that.
Yeah. Well, it adds some flavor, you know?
Yeah, that'd be neat. So the world they're going to, the idea of it's going to be. Oh, by the way, look at this. I got. So this is the guy. This is Fritz. There's a big big
Whoa,
guy,
looks good.
and he. But then they made Drunk Fritz. So this is drunk. It's hard to see because of the black, but this is him drinking a beer and carousing. So I have to paint basically the same figure again.
You know, it'd be really cool.
Mhm.
What if you created a diorama that was a half wall that looked like the corner of a tavern,
Mm-hmm.
and in one of the and it was mirrored on either side of the diorama, but you couldn't see the whole diorama
Without
See-
turning it around.
sober, and then as it spins, drunk. You know what I mean? Tell a little story.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I was looking today. It's the problem is Moonstone's so unique in its style, but because having other patrons in the bar, I think is important. Like, and I would paint them kind of like scenery. You know, like was the idea like they wouldn't
Even
be.
if you can almost make them blurry in the background, almost.
Yeah, like the painting would be very like they blend into the background.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
Because the other character I'm painting is the barmaid who's carrying the beers.
Well, then you need to have her in there too.
Of course, yeah. It would be those two as the focus. But it's like
Cool.
maybe I'll get another version of her where she has no beers left because he's taking
Drinking them all. Yeah.
yeah. Need to learn how to sculpt minis. So I can scan her in and then change it so she's like her hands on her hip like you know, like what are you doing?
Run out of alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Watching Drunk Fritz go all over. They actually have a scenario in the book where he used Drunk Fritz, but for
Funny.
Christmas or for Black Friday, they had a sale where they bought back all these miniatures that were hard to get in Drunk Fritz, like a collectible. So for Christmas, I ordered I ordered a whole bunch of these, you know, like basically miniatures that were only available at conventions and stuff.
That Fritz looks really good, Rich. Excited to see the rest. Gonna be finishing up Josh's Tyranids here soon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Josh came out and
What's that?
Josh came out, right? You said he was coming out.
No. He just shipped them to me.
No, he shipped them to you. I thought he was going to come out and you were going to help him paint them.
We're gonna try. We'll see. It's hard to get things
It's
organized.
hard to understand how people. So what you missed, I didn't bring them with me. What you missed while you were gone was I printed up and painted some Iron Sultanate for Trench Crusade.
Trench Crusade. What did you think of the game?
I haven't played it yet. I read the rules. They look good.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool. I'm really not into skirmish games, Rich. I like combined arms war games.
Yeah, see, I only like skirmish games anymore.
I don't know. I like the tanks and the infantry and the giant monsters. Oh,
Yeah, don't really have much of a desire for that.
that's my thing. These Iron Warriors, once I get the chance to do that Defiler, have you seen the new kit?
No, it's cool.
Oh, I'll pull it up right now. I'll pull it up right now, Rich.
All right.
You keep painting. A lot of new stuff coming. It's cute seeing them try to do combined marketing with the Space Marine game.
Yeah, I just finally bought Space Marine 2.
Oh, you never played it? It's very good, Rich. I really recommend it. It's a treat.
I've had it on my wish list for a long time, and then it went on sale for like 60% off, and I was like, all right, I'll finally buy it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, real treat. All right, you looking at the screen?
Oh, wow. Much better. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
And hold on.
Yeah.
Sick, right?
Yeah, definitely a much cooler model.
Oh, yeah.
Good, though?
Look at the Iron Warriors one.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely more Iron Warriors.
Yeah. You know what I like about it, Rich?
Uh-huh.
2 fucking las cannons. Tyler can't take 2 las cannons right now. Really like that it can in this picture.
Yeah, are they going to get a book? Is that what's happening?
Iron Warriors, I think we're more likely, maybe we get like a supplement, but I really hope we don't get a book. I don't think every faction needs their own book.
So you're going to go to LVO, Rob?
What is that? January?
October, first weekend in October.
No way. I can never go now that it's the first week. That's Bridget's birthday.
Can't Bridget celebrate her birthday in Las Vegas?
If they want to. I don't think they want. It's their birthday, so they get to choose.
Yeah, and she could really enjoy. She would really enjoy going to Vegas.
I think I'd rather try and make room for like Adepticon instead of LVO.
Well, you're missing that. That's in 4 weeks.
Wow, maybe next year. I'd love to do Adepticon. I've never done it.
That's amazing. It's really good. We're going. I got. I think
you like painting?
Yeah, I think we have 12 hours of painting classes.
Wowza.
Yeah. We got. We're on waiting list for Marco. He's filled up right away. But we have Zaba art. Have you ever seen Zaba stuff? Zaba.
No.
He won the last year's LVO, the first LVO competition. Won like 15 grand for painting.
Oh, can I tell you something? One of the prizes that they gave out at this tournament, boy, oh boy, are they going to regret that prize. The prize was to the best sportsman, the person who won best sportsman. Free entry into all future events.
Was this FLG or?
Friendly local game store, yeah. Wow. That's a lot of money. Free entry?
Yeah, but they were probably really bad, so they're not going to have to give them any other prizes.
That is true. Well, that's pretty good. We played round 1 and had a pretty close game. Just really nice to play. Yeah.
It's good they're still doing sportsmanship.
Yeah, well, they don't really do big cash prizes anymore because the Warhammer community overall noticed that it kind of like made the events not as much fun. And I think it's just really cool that kind of everybody recognized that, and we all stopped doing big cash prizes.
Yeah.
If you won first in this event, you got less than if you got best hobby score.
Best prizes is definitely a gray area that if somebody gets litigious, you could be in trouble.
What's that?
If you do cash prizes, it could be very dangerous if somebody got litigious.
Yeah, exactly. Instead,
it's effectively gambling because there's dice involved.
Oh, I never even considered that element of it.
Yeah, it's luck based, which means you're in a gambling. Like if it's skill based, that's different in some ways. But if it's luck based, then you're effectively gambling, like holding a lottery, right?
Yeah.
So you could run into some legal issues if there were big cash prize tournaments.
Well, there used to be, and
It's a way with it.
they pretty much
Does.
fell out of fashion, which I think is cool. I don't think Warhammer needs cash prizes.
Yeah, it's one of the things that you see a lot of people are like, why? Oh, why do people go so much work for Golden Demon? Because Golden Demon has a cash prize. You know what it is?
What's that?
Your stream goes crazy, and people start paying you commission to paint.
Oh, right, because you
There
want
is financial reward. There's none in the tournament. Like you won't get anything from Games Workshop. You get a statue and some miniatures, but the reality is, if you win Golden Demon, you're gonna make money. You're gonna make a living.
It puts you on the map.
Yeah, people are gonna pay you. Like in painting miniatures now is a career for many people, and not just as streamers. Like Roman Laput teaches, 12 classes a year, and each class is $1,500 a person.
Jeez.
So that's like real money. And then people pay him because there's a lot of people with money now that play Warhammer. People pay him to make painting pictures for them. And then you have Gary with the Broco's Vault, who's paying people $3,000 a miniature for something that goes in the vault. So it's like a real viable business. It takes skill, of course, and training. But
me in 25 years, I'll be there.
Well, I think the big thing you need to do is what I need to do, which is start taking art classes.
I wanted to go to my local community college and just see what the art classes looked like.
Color theory class will change everything for you. I mean, I've done them with painters, but I bet, because like, it's so funny for us. It's like non-metallic metal is so big. It's like people have been painting non-metallic metal since like the 1100s.
Well, yeah, they didn't mix.
They didn't have metallic paint, so they had to do it. And the idea of like an artist doing non-metallic metal is like, well, what's the big deal? Like that's just what you do.
Right, you're just painting a reflection. You should have a complete understanding of how reflections work.
Right, and that's why I want to take an art class, because if you approach things from the art community side, it's way different than what we paint.
Yeah, it's like I was commenting on somebody's post today. They were asking advice like, do you glue the bolters on in front of your Space Marine? And some people were explaining these incredibly intricate processes. And I'm like, well, the area is going to be in shadow. If my brush can't reach it, I treat it more like a painting. You know what I mean? Like, you can't see behind the bolter, so I don't need to paint behind the bolter.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I think people get really hung up on like, well, if we were on the GW website, you'd be able to see it. It's like, yeah, but your minis aren't going to be on the GW.
No, but if you're going to paint for Golden Demon, you definitely have to paint
all that. Yeah. I just mean for your painting, for your army to play at the local store and at tournaments.
Yeah, get them on the field has always been my thought.
Get them paint. Well, because also you can always go back later and add details.
And as long as you practice like good, thin paints and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. If your paints are thin and
you can reprime over a miniature.
Yeah. Or just, how many minis in your life have you painted, Rich, that if you pick them up today and you just started blending them, that's all you did. You just started adding like blends. You could make them look a million times better without repriming them.
Yeah. I just did that with the ogre team for Necromunda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't believe I painted them 5 years ago, and I looked at them and I'm like, who painted these? Was it a child that painted these? I don't remember painting that. There's no way I painted these this bad. I thought they were top of the line ogres. Now they have like, Romy noses and, sallow cheeks, and they're, they look like real people.
I picked up my Iron Warriors kind of like you were just saying, and because I painted them like 2 years ago. And I looked at them and I remember being disappointed with them. I'm like, well, you didn't finish painting them, Robbie. What did you expect?
That was Harry the Butts. Oh my God. He would come in and he'd be like, he was a great guy, but boy, he'd bring in the
minis because you hadn't finished them, basically.
And I'm like, Harry, and this was when he's like 18, not like when he was like 12. When he was 12, it was worse, but still at 18, he's showing me the miniature. I'm like, and of course, he only ever painted Space Marines and Ultramarines. And I'm like, Harry, they're not even all blue. Like, you didn't paint this whole area here. You can't see the white primer showing through. Like, oh, I thought they looked pretty good. Like, why would you even ask me that? Like, if you were, an 8-year-old who just brought their artwork home from school, of course I'd be like, yeah, you did a great job. But you're an 18-year-old person, and you're studying to be a doctor. Like, luckily he listened to me. He listened to me. He never went into surgery. Because seeing his miniatures, there's no way he should have been a surgeon. And he was pretty absent-minded, so he'd definitely leave a scalpel in a few bodies.
I think the biggest hurdle for me to overcome, I think when I first started painting, was using too much paint.
Yeah. That's what I always teach was, you're painting a miniature, not a house.
And even if it was a house, it's a miniature house.
Yes. Don't use too much paint, because if you don't use too much paint, you can fix the mistakes.
Yep.
The other thing I would always teach was the difference between a good painter and a bad painter is a good painter fixes their mistakes.
By the way, we're now posting on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, especially if you're watching after the fact, leave a comment that says, I'm actually here watching. I'm actually a single human being in this world watching. Because if you are, that means you're one more person watching than Twitch ever sent our way. How long were we on the Twitch platform, Rich? We still are. 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
And they direct no traffic to us, despite regular.
Because we don't pay them any money.
It's because we don't pay any money. And because we're not tacitly talking about Mormonism.
What?
If, Rich, you want to start talking about Mormonism in any way, spend on things that are tacitly about Mormonism is the highest ad spend in the internet in our
area. So I can talk about my old Deadlands campaign where they found the golden tablets and that they were, of course, cursed, as they should be.
Deadlands. Okay, so for people who don't know, Deadlands was a setting that was like Weird West, but didn't it also have like an alternative futuristic post?
Yeah, it had the Hell on Earth, which was the future, like post-apocalyptic setting, and then there was Lost Colony, which was actually the space version. There's like a Western version. It was like basically, I guess you could probably do Firefly with it. Is a good comparison. Is what Lost Colony was.
I'm really happy with how these Warp Talons turned out.
It was a sci-fi Western. But yeah, in my Deadlands campaign, they found the golden tablets abandoned in Missouri, and the first character.
AI, we're talking about Mormonism AI that's crawling this video.
Yeah.
Mormonism.
Joseph Smith from Mormons. He dropped them after they hung him, I guess.
Like a lich? Was Joseph Smith like a lich or something?
Joseph Smith was dead. Brigham Young is a evil like wizard, I think, in there.
Really? Because he is a evil wizard in real life.
Yeah, of course he was. Like the Mountain Meadows Massacre. Like, did you see? They just
we're talking about Mormonism, YouTube.
They just did a they just did a movie about the Mountain Meadows Massacre. Unless you know it, you wouldn't know that's what it was about. I forget what it was called, because you know about the Mountain Meadows Massacre, right?
I believe I heard about it on the last podcast on the left.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was but they actually did the whole story, and I was like, wow, the Mormons let this actually go on air, because they killed like, I don't know, 200 settlers or something,
Yeah.
then blamed it on the Native Americans.
Yeah. Just thieves. Just
Yeah.
thieves.
Yeah, they're my friend used to live in Utah, and he used to tell me stories like where in the 1960s it was illegal to drink any soda, and then the Mormon Church
right?
made an investment in Pepsi Cola, and then Pepsi machines went up all over Utah, and so you could drink Pepsi but not Coke.
Ah.
The Angel Moroni told them that.
Oh, well, that's good. I didn't know the angel backed them up on it. If that's
Yeah, well, I mean, the Angel doesn't talk very much, but when it comes to investments, she's right on it. She's like on the top of the investment track.
on the floor.
She knows.
You back on the screen.
What's that?
I said, "Oh, it is 8:00. All right, Rich, you gonna be here next week?"
I should be. Yeah, I should be home by then.
Cool.
We get done at GAM on Thursday, and then I have to load up this stuff to take back to Jersey, and then I should be in Jersey by Sunday. So I should be home Sunday night.
All right, sick.
Get out early Friday. That's the key, is getting out early.
It'll all line up timing wise. And YouTube algorithm. We talked about Mormonism for like.
If we need to talk about Mormonism, I could do that a lot.
That's what all the money is pointing to. So we're
Really?
just here. Yep. I'm going to create a Mormon Space Marine chapter.
We should do a Mormon miniatures game, Rob. We should just come up with a Mormon miniatures game.
All to get the algorithm. It's just
based on the Old West, and it's the saints after the sinners, and
and by the way, you don't have to be positive on Mormonism.
okay, good. Well, that would be a hard one for me.
Yeah.
That would be a hard one.
Yeah.
But cool. All right, bud. Have a good night.
All right. Talk to you, Rich.
All
See you
right,
next time.
Bye.